Welcome back, YouTube, for another Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 character guide. Today we're going to be looking at Super Brains, the amazing superhero melee range type character. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. The first thing you need to know is, of course, his basic attacks. So what you need to know is he has two different basic attack abilities, which are his melee attack here, which you can see. And the important thing about that is to always get the combo down, a 1, 2, 3 type thing, because that's how you do the most damage, rather than just hitting like that, you know, hitting off time. But it's pretty easy to get the combo. And then, on top of that melee attack, you also have a ranged attack. If you use your left trigger to zoom in, you have a ranged beam that's essentially the same thing as Citron's basic attack. As I'm sure you can see as well, you have a giant jump, so that gives you tons of mobility to help you with that and get you up on higher grounds and such and help you with escaping. So it's important to keep that in mind when you're using Super Brains. So yeah, let's get into his abilities now. His first ability is a little, or I shouldn't say little, it's basically a giant laser beam, and what I like to do when I use it is jump up in the air and then pop it, because it lets you stay up in the air where you're casting it, and that's always good for range. It definitely gives you the advantage at when you're aiming it at your opponents. I'll go ahead and show you guys that again once, right when that comes back up. Okay, here we go. Jump in the air, blast. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's how you use that ability. It does a ton of damage, so it's a pretty good ability. And then we have, for his middle ability here, we have the tornado, where basically you just spin around in a circle. It's a close range area of effect type of ability. You know, it's pretty straightforward. You want to be close to your enemies when you use that within melee range, and if there's a lot of them in the area, then that's good because you'll be able to get damage on all of them. The width of the area of effect isn't that big, as you can see, so you gotta kind of chase your enemies down. And ooh, let's kill Colonel Corn just with melees. See, that's how strong the melee attacks are. They're very strong if you can get up to them. And then, anyways, moving on, his last ability is the charge kick or whatever. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that right now. It has quite a bit of range. As you can see, your character does kind of a little bit of a flip and then charges you. So it's definitely good to help you get out of sticky situations too, you know, to help you escape. As you can see, like I was saying, it sends you pretty far, so it can be pretty good for that, in my opinion. And yeah, that pretty much does it for the basics of the abilities for him. I think that should give you a good enough idea as to how to use them. So I'm going to go into some strengths and weaknesses for him. First off, the basic attack for the ranged attack for him, this little beam, isn't very strong. So he's not a very strong range character. It's not that strong, really. It could be much stronger. So, that's just one of the weaknesses for him, so you gotta be wary of that. Another weakness is he moves around pretty slow, like he walks slow, as you can see, compared to some of the others. So that's something you kind of want to keep in mind and use his jumps to his ability. So I guess those are the minuses. Not really too much wrong with this character. It's definitely a strong zombie. And alright, I'll talk about the pros. The pros are he has tons of mobility and can pretty much easily escape most situations where you're going to die, and he also has a ton of health to aid him in the escape with that, so that's a definite plus with him. He has very strong abilities, in my opinion, for taking down an enemy. You got this thing, which kills in one most characters, unless they have a high HP pool. And yeah, he's a pretty good counter for a Chomper if you can keep Chomper at range, and then crack a couple good abilities off on him, like that. Of course, that was just the computer, so I would have had to have done better. But yeah, that pretty much does it for the guide. I hope you guys enjoy this video and you enjoy your time playing as Super Brains. If you guys enjoyed this and found it at all helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with any of your friends you think might enjoy it. And if you would like to see me put this to work, put this to test on all my live streams, then subscribe to my channel and you can join me on those. I stream here. I don't stream on Twitch at all. And I stream every day. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you and peace out.